Welcome to Data Wizard. Today we are continuing with a project of data project from the scratch. It sounds weird. Anyway, so yeah, today we are continuing this, and I think today should be the last day in the data sourcing part of the project where we are retrieving and collecting data to eventually analyze it. So yeah, I'm excited for today's video to eventually move on to analysis and see what insights we get in our project and eventually we should be able to communicate those insights to internal stakeholders if you are working for a company. So to easily communicate that information is very important, and I'll show all of that to you as well. Moving to today's video, for the quick recap, we have retrieved playlist IDs and video IDs. Now we need only the statistics that are left that I showed in the first video where you are trying to get the likes, comments, and view count. So yeah, before we move on, I need to make a small amendment, not amendment, but I need to add a small thing. I need to add I also need to keep a track of which playlist a particular video is part of. So I'm going to create a list of playlist titles to keep track of that. Since we already have it here, we can easily use it below. How do we want to do this? I think we need to, it's the same method. But I think what issue we might face by doing this is for each video, it will continue to print just one. For example, if the first playlist is named Python, it will record the Python playlist and the first video together. That's fine, that's correct. But I think what will happen for the second loop is this particular thing will move on to next playlist title if we are continuing the loop. So it will be wrong because that particular playlist might have 10 videos to Python and we need that. We need that repetition. So it's easy to do, I think. We can just put this into a list and we can multiply it with the length of video IDs. That way it will we will first see how many video IDs are in the video IDs list, and until then, only it will continue to extend the playlist titles with the similar playlist title that the video IDs, the length of video IDs basically. I think this should do it. We also need to add this in the while loop because there might be a lot of videos in a particular page and we don't want to miss them. This should work it. I also want this function to return all the playlist videos as well. Sorry, playlist titles as well. I think this should do it. Moving forward, I want to use pandas for keeping all our data set into one place or one data structure. Pandas is a data manipulation library. It's very famous when it comes to Python, and it's very important if you're doing data science and data analysis using Python. So I suggest everyone to look into it. It's a big library to be honest, and I can't teach you everything, but I'll try to do my best. For now, we are going to put everything into a data variable and we are going to put it in. Wait, did I import? No, I haven't imported the library. Import pandas as PD. Now I think, yeah, we should be fine. Pandas.data frame. How do we do the data frame thingy? Let's check it out. So this is the pandas data frame class. It takes different variables such as data, index, columns, etc., etc. What I want to do is I can just directly put it into a dictionary and use it. Yeah, should be fine. So basically, this is a dictionary that contains, I want to have playlist titles as my first column, and it has values. Before doing that, I forgot to call the function. How stupid. Uh, let's video details equals get video IDs, API key equals API key, and max results equals 50. Yeah, this should do it. And we need the the playlist titles now. So how do we get that? Simple, retrieve the second. But you might think second is all video IDs, but I think you're forgetting that programming when it comes to programming languages, it doesn't start from one, it's the counting starts from zero. So this is zero, this is one, and this is two. The playlist title is two. Yeah, this should be fine. Now let's create another column. Now should I do video IDs? Maybe video titles first, then video IDs. We don't technically need, I think, video IDs, but just for sourcing the data, I guess, I don't know. There's no point of putting the video IDs into a separate column. Maybe I'll avoid it. Yeah, I'll avoid it. I mean, what are we going to analyze using video IDs? Then each of them is separate. Mm, yeah, anyway, moving forward. My neck is hurting lately. It's annoying. Zero because it's the first one. Video title. Maybe I'll put the video IDs. Doesn't matter. Maybe it might be useful down the line. Who knows? Video details and one. This should do it. Let's save. This is a good part. It directly makes your data look, your code look better, more readable. I think it's some extension that I downloaded for Python, pretty sure. Anyway, we are done with the. Let's just print out our data first. Print out our data to see how it looks. That's about it. Looks okay. Looks okay. The playlist IDs are repeating as expected according to the playlist videos. Yep, looks perfect. Let's clear it out. Let's move on to the next step. What is the next step? What do I want to do? Now I want to retrieve all the statistics. Yes, for for our videos basically. You can type, yeah. The first thing that we did in the first video, basically we are doing that now. Uh, I think you guys are familiar with it. If you're not, you need to go check it out. Anyway, so we need statistics and video IDs from the video resource. Yeah, let's first create. I don't want to write everything out. I'll just copy this, paste it down below. Makes our lives easier. Whoever invented copy paste. I don't remember the guy's name though. Crazy. Anyway, moving forward. Let's see. I need for ID in. So I'm looping through all the video IDs that we have to eventually get the statistics. I'm copying this code to because I don't remember. It's been a long time, guys. Come on. It's for over a month that I looked at this particular API resource. That is, I think part equals we need statistics, and ID equals ID. Yeah, should work. Um, let's just print out the response, and let's break out of the loop. I don't want it to keep running through each of the videos. I just want to see the first video response. I'm hoping I don't cross the YouTube quota today. Let's see. I'll be testing a few more things. That's why I think depends. If it works out in the first attempt, great. So we have a dictionary, as you can see. It has a key that is items, which inside which we have our statistics. And there's one more list inside. So I'm going to do list 0 and then access the statistics. I think this should do it. What I'm going to do is copy paste this, put it in a separate variable so I don't have to write all of this out, and I think this should be fine. Now what do we need to do? I'm going to put all of these details directly into the data frame that we have created. How do we do that? Even I don't know. Let's figure it out. Let's go to the pandas data frame again. Let's see what we can do. I need to put each of the video IDs, like basically I want the likes, counts, everything in the right playlist video and video ID. How do we do that? Oh, we can do this. Yeah, I think this should work. Let's do index and ID in enumerate. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but so basically enumerate is it it like puts the column 0, 1, 2, 3 for each of the IDs that we have, basically giving us the index of each of the IDs. It's very helpful when it comes to like to see how we want each of the video IDs to be put when it comes to the indexes. And apart from that, it gives us access to this, well, index. We can use this particular variable somewhere, which will eventually help us to, well, access that particular index that we have given the ID to. So suppose the first video is indexed at 0, and we have that access to the 0 ID. And I think this will be useful with the next function. I'm familiar with this that I want to use. This is the add function where we can access single value for row column label pair. Basically, it accesses the columns that you specify and the row that you need. How do we access the row? Well, index does it for us. That's about it. Let's see how do we do that. Um, I don't know how to use add. So we specify the index and column. Should be fine. Yeah. Let's see. Data dot at index. This is the first index because, for example, when this loop ends and the second loop starts, the index will be different. It will be the second index. So that's how we are going about it. And I want the column to be called, let's do, maybe I'll do view first. View count. Let's, I think, set the value at a specified. This is what we want to do. Now we are doing stats.get just to get the like count. My bad. I should have used this before. Yeah, I think this should do it. Let's print our data, sorry, and see if it's working. And we then break out of the loop because this is our testing code. Hey, what mistake. Do you see how stupid this is? I did like view count as a column and then I'm getting the like count. How stupid. Anyway, okay, as you can see, this is working perfectly for us. It for the first video, we have the like count. My bad. I'm going to change it to view count soon. But yeah, this code works. How stupid a mistake. This was hilarious. View count. Uh, let's copy paste everything. Copy and change this. No, let's do like first. Oh, yeah, comment and yeah, I think this should work. Now let's not break it out. Let's let the loop. I don't want it to print again and again, so I'm going to take this particular thingy out of the loop. I think this should work. Let's see. Apologies if the videos is getting longer. Video is getting longer. I'm trying my best to cut it down short. If I could do it with a script, I would have done it with 15 minutes, but yeah, maybe not. Anyway, okay, we have an error. That's weird. How come list index is out of range? It was printing properly. What? That's weird. Looping. Yeah. How do we do this? I mean, Google it. I mean, that's the easiest way you figure out the mistakes you might be making instead of like getting into the whole YouTube API, doing a lot of debugging that I did last time. But mine was I had to do it. There was no option. The Google was not giving me answers for my issues there. That's when you start debugging. Until then, you can always Google which you are using. We are okay. So I don't know if you guys understood it, but basically what is happening is there might be an empty list inside. So empty list means for some video, uh, there is nothing inside the list, and that's why it's throwing this error. So basically we have null values somewhere. What we can do is check for them. Should be pretty simple. If response items, if we have, so basically this is if we have any response, if there's anything inside the response items, then we do this, and we can do an else statement where not this. Let's copy paste everything, and what we can do is just add a zero if there is nothing. Think this should work. Let's see. Print data. Let's see. This should work, I think. I think. Let's hope it works. I don't want the video to cross 45 minutes. Ah, again the same mistake. What's the issue? What's the issue? Maybe I'll put the stats inside. Yeah, that way it won't throw error. Let's hope it's working, guys. I'm gonna drink some water until then. My voice sounds weird. Oh, works. Lovely. As you can see, I'm going to move the camera. We have retrieved the like comments for all the videos, which is 731 rows. Not bad, guys, not bad. This is done. Lovely, lovely. A small claps for people who are following the videos and the series to understand how it works. This is a good learning journey you have been on. If you're like coding right along with me, it's lovely. But I would also suggest you guys to pick up something different and do it yourself because that's the way you learn. Coding an example with me is great. That is one for 1 2 videos, it's fine. But you need to start doing it yourself. Until then, you won't figure it out. Anyway, the last portion of the video is we just need to put everything of basically all the data frame that we have right now into a CSV file to eventually analyze that file in Power BI. Yeah, let's do that. If I remember correctly, it's data.to CSV. It's very easy, and we put the file name, video stats, Freecodecamp, and let's do index equals false. So it will, I think, start from 1, if I remember correctly. That should do it. Let's clear it out. It should work. Anyway, as I was speaking about learning things, so I was just showing you how you can work on data projects, and people who have coding experience, you guys can source data from various different sites easily. And yeah, it should work for you guys. But people who are learning to code, if you want to also learn coding, it's fine. But if you don't want to get into it right now, you can always pick up data sets that are already available on different sites and you can analyze it directly. But I would suggest sourcing data from scratch because in the real world scenario, you don't always have data available. Data sourcing, data cleaning, it's a very big part when it comes to data analytics. For example, suppose if you're working for some company, you might not have access to data and you might have to source it from different systems or files, etc., etc. So learning how to source data is also very important, and I would suggest you guys to do that. Anyway, the code has finished writing and we have a CSV file, comma separated file. For those who don't know, it's just like commas separated by each title. The first line is usually the columns that we have named, and everything else is the data beneath it. Apart from that, it's nothing. We have the file and our code has finished writing. With this, we are completing with the data sourcing part of the data project. And I think next couple videos or just one video depends on the length I'm going to reach with that video when it comes to analysis. It should be it. We are almost done with the data project. And this is the data analysis project. We are not thinking about machine learning AI right now. Um, I might be able to do something with this particular data set, like train it to eventually use it with different channels, but the issue comes with different variables. For example, not every channel might have the same outreach. So how is our machine going to learn? Basically, how the predictions will be a bit different. For example, we are training it on the machine on Freecodecamp data. We can't then test it on different channels because the viewership, the content, everything might be a bit different, and getting the clicks. For example, getting the clicks is something a big thing. Other channels might be doing it better than Freecodecamp, or Freecodecamp is the biggest channel, so it's way ahead than other people. So that part would be a difficult. I'm thinking about it. Give me some time. Let's see if we can introduce machine learning as well in this project. But if we can't, we will analyze the whole thing, get the insights, and put it into a dashboard for people to understand. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you for watching Data Wizard. I'll see you in the next video, hopefully soon, maybe next week. Yeah, let's see. See you guys. Thank you for watching.